Leah and Naomi and Chris continue their trend of motivating new candidates to come into this journey, but also share with us what they're learning. And I had the great pleasure of course, talking to Karinda about her journey, her personal journey, as well as our recent experience with on the OAW program, which I believe is going to be continuing on. And then finally wrapping up with this great panel of around an opportunity to explore a career in M&A and transactions, which I believe is really untapped. I mean, the amount of work that we saw in the last 6 months, is just incredible. And especially if you combine the energy space, which I feel very closely related to, not just because my last stop was there, but with all the green tech uh, transactions moving into big oil companies who are trying to change the carbon footprint with more solar and air. They're all digital assets assimilated into large organizations which have been operating more traditionally with brick and mortar and pipelines, now getting electric EV chargers, getting distribution points for mobile app device and all of these are new to the old world. So I think tremendous opportunities for cyber and career in cyber, especially in the M&A and transaction space. So please join me in thanking the entire team that put it together, and also all the panels that provided this great insight. Tomorrow, just to recap or get a head start on tomorrow's, we'll have a fireside chat with Kirsten Todd talking about the different programs that CISA has. It's a relatively new agency, but you can imagine the hard work that they have done in the short few months and a couple of years. They have been building on the work that NPPD before that within DHS did. Then we'll have a panel with Anthony Hannon and Jen Foy joining us, and hopefully Duan Jones from IC Square can join us to that. Looking to talk about diversity in a more holistic way. Anthony did already a great panel on diversity and DEI in modern workplace, which we broadcasted yesterday. And then we'll go talk about preparing for a successful career in cyber. I think we have kind of looked at the broad angle. Now we'll use the case study of a few very successful cybersecurity professionals. One of them, my close friend here, Diana. And along with that, Alan Friedman and Norma Krem will be joining us. Then we'll talk about national cyber workforce strategy, as in the components of that strategy. Some of that is within Paul's realm about putting it together, convening those groups. And then we'll be joined with Chris Painter, who's been a great leader, mentor, guru for all of us. I mean, Paul just mentioned that he used to call him Sir Painter, and then being on the same panel. So you can imagine, like, we are crossing generations to make sure you tap into every bit of experience we can get. And then we close the day with an academia and industry serving dynamic threat environment. That's Dr. Burley speaking with Dr. Lisa Wilson-Durant, who you heard earlier today, wrapping up the day as to how academia and industry can work together. I think it's essential to build those pipelines from those two angles. It can't be just industry looking for all creative ways to find talent and reduce barriers to entry with the graduate programs being replaced with something. I think we should take the whole of nation approach, whole of infrastructure approach. I mean, this whole institution by itself is inspiring. I wish we have more and more students physically present with us as they come back to class. I hope next year when we do this, we'll have students with us in person that they can take inspiration from, shake hands and speak with. I think that human connection is so important. That's why you can imagine, right, when we turned this virtual event to a in-person event, even a dozen of us coming together in the morning was just incredible, and then through the day and tomorrow, I believe we're going to get to interact with a lot more folks. But all of that, I believe, is towards that goal of long-term growth, but with short milestones that we can celebrate, we can learn from, and then move forward. So thank you again for spending the day with us. Thank you for those who joined us online and stayed with us patiently as we had a little bit of change in schedule. And looking forward to have a great start tomorrow. And as we conclude the Cyber Talent Week, take this template and work towards next year, but with very clear milestones and goals in the middle, so that we can capture those learnings as well as deliver to the goals that we all aspire to. Thank you again. And we can conclude here. So, excellent.